Chang's is a laid-back restaurant franchise that offers a mix of Chinese and fusion dishes. It began its journey in Scottsdale, Arizona, in 1993 and has expanded to more than 300 outlets across over 20 nations by 2024. Yet, by 2019, the Philippine locations of P.F. Chang's had shut down. Nonetheless, the franchise has made a comeback with a new establishment in Manila at the Alabang Town Center's The Street. The initial Carl's Jr. location in the Philippines was inaugurated on February 19, 1994. At that moment, the fast food chain was in direct competition with other major fast food brands such as McDonald's, Wendy's, and, notably, Jollibee. However, the brand featuring the smiling, Happy Star logo failed to attract as many patrons as necessary to remain viable, leading to its departure from the Philippine market. A news article states that the initial traditional AW outlet in Manila was inaugurated in 1988 at the former Fiesta Carnival location in Cubao, Quezon City. However, by the mid-2000s, the basic offerings of the establishment were insufficient to sustain its operations. Presently, there are no further AW dining establishments operating in the Philippines. The first branch of IHOP in the Philippines began operations at the W Global Center in BGC in February 2013. However, the franchise's triumph in the country proved to be brief, as all physical stores were closed down only 5 years after its inception, in 2018. Baskin-Robbins ice cream was once a popular option in the Philippines during the 1980s and 1990s, but in 2013, the local company was acquired by Ice Dream Inc., under the leadership of Michael Dargani. This acquisition led to the expansion of Baskin-Robbins locations throughout the nation, with a target of up to 50 stores spread over the next 5 years, primarily centered in Metro Manila. However, by the year 2022, the corporation declared that it intended to shut down all the leftover stores and leave the country permanently. In September 2009, Johnny Rockets inaugurated its location in the Philippines atop the basement level of Eastwood Mall in Libis, Quezon City, a venture spearheaded by Amable Aguilas. Nonetheless, by 2017, the majority of the outlets had either ceased operations or had been forced to close, with only the principal branch in Eastwood Mall remaining active at that time. Unfortunately, it too closed shortly thereafter. The ACA Group, which operates Johnny Rockets, started its Quiznos venture in the Philippines at Bonifacio High Street in Bonifacio, opening its doors in 2012. They intended to expand to as many as 35 stores nationwide over time. However, the Quiznos chain in the United States faced tough times in the mid to late 2000s, witnessing the closure of approximately 2,000 outlets, leading to a legal filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2014. This bankruptcy situation resulted in a significant change in the company structure, undoubtedly impacting the Quiznos franchise in the Philippines, which saw all its locations slowly disappear over recent years. In the Philippines, the initial Applebee's restaurant was inaugurated in BGC in September 2015. It offered traditional dishes like pot stickers, sriracha shrimp, and wonton tacos, chicken wings, among others. A year later, another location debuted in Eastwood Citywalk, Quezon City. Nonetheless, by 2017, Applebee's had shuttered as many as 130 outlets across the United States. Experts attributed this failure to a rebranding strategy aimed at attracting a younger demographic that fell short. By the start of 2019, all Applebee's outlets in the Philippines had ceased operations. If you're from the 90s, Cindy's will surely ring a memory for you, particularly if you spent your childhood in Cubao. This spot is definitely one of the go-to fast food places in the Philippines. Tragically, Tropical Hut is the only one that's still standing, and Cindy's place in the metro was lost. And of course, the Magnolia Ice Cream House that kept our childhood weekends ever so memorable.